Every team has continued after an era of greatness. There is life after the Bad Boys. There is life after the Big Three. There was even life after these Chicago Bulls. And here, that is no exception. However, this team is not falling by the wayside. They are going to continue to fight. And if there's anything I know about the Lady Noles, is that they will always fight. The Lady Noles are facing a rough season, being that they graduated All-State guard Shay Tarver and State Player of the Year Aiyana Mitchell. How do you feel about this year's team as compared to the last few years?
I think this year's team brings a lot of things that a lot of other teams didn't have. It may not be talent-wise. However, this is probably the most coachable group that I've ever had. They really take instruction very well and really try to implement it into the games and into practice. So I appreciate that part.
Well, I think we're very coachable. Not as coachable as they were, but we're coachable. But I mean, we don't have as much of the talent, but I think we have a lot of heart.
Let's go. No, wait on you.
There is one person who has almost as much experience with this situation as Coach D, and that's Indy Overton. She's been in Salem's program since her freshman year, and now, being a junior and a captain on varsity, this is her team to lead.
I feel like this year's team isn't as, their basketball IQ isn't as high. They don't see the problems on the court. Last year's team was more experienced, more fundamental. That's really
It's interesting how Indy became captain, since Delagar could have chosen fellow junior Micah Hoggett.
I don't actually have a captain right now, and Indy's not captain. I actually select based on practice performance. So if you notice, in every game, there's pretty much been a different captain.
An interesting thing about the Lady Noles this season is that the bulk of the team are juniors. How does it help that the majority of your team are juniors?
One, they're very eager to learn. They're very coachable and receptive to information. We are very young, so they've got to get used to the transition from JV to varsity. However, once they make these changes and learn a lot this year, all of them are coming back next year. So that's going to make us a veteran team again. So I'm really looking forward to just the process that we're going through and how it's going to benefit us in a year.
I don't think that us just being juniors helps. It's the work ethic. If you work as a freshman, that could help. It's not about being a junior. It's about how much work you put in. So I don't think it helps at all.
There still remains one key question the girls have to answer. Can this team continue the level of success set by those before them?
I think the level of success can be continued. It's just going to be at a different pace. We're very young. We're making a lot of changes. Like I said, they're very coachable, and they really have a good learning curve. So they learn things pretty quickly. So in the beginning, it's going to look as if we're very inexperienced, which we are. However, we get better from practice to practice, game by game, and no championships ever won in November. So as we keep going forward, you're going to look and see a different team starting to metamorphosize like a caterpillar by February. So the good news is that we've got a lot of time and nobody's losing a championship or winning a championship today.
yes. If we was to work as a team and to execute like we're supposed to.
I think if they decide to put in the work and if they have enough heart, that they will, or we will. Okay, stop.
Can this team continue the level of excellence set by those before them?
I think if they put in the work and they are determined enough that we could, but I don't think we have the love for the game as much as people did before us.
The Lady Noles won't be challenges, but you can believe they'll continue to fight every game. For more interesting stories, go to rockvillelive.com.